Okay, we are back in the kitchen with Jelly. And tonight, there it is, boiled eggs. And I know that sounds simple, and I'm just doing a video on it because what I want to say is, if you like boiled eggs, this is worth buying, and you will see why. It's worth buying just to do boiled eggs in. It is absolutely. I've never been able to get an egg to peel. Never. I mean, I always, if I cook 12, I'll get 6 of them, maybe 8 that peel right. Well, with this, it's usually 100%. And I mean, they're perfectly cooked. You can change times and do all kinds of things. I'm going to cook these hard boiled. So I'm going to do a 6-minute high pressure. I'm going to do a 6-minute high pressure cook and a 6-minute natural release. Dump it. And I'm going to show you everything, so I'm going to keep the video short like always. Again, though, you fixing to see. It's worth buying an Instant Pot just to boil eggs in. It really is. It sounds crazy, but it is. Anyhow, I'm going to get everything set up, and we'll walk you through the steps, which are as simple as it is simple, but I want to show them. Okay, I did a little change because I'm only putting 11 because of that right there. I just don't want that one busting it in there. I really should put it in there and see what it does. It might be fine. But anyhow, 11 eggs, 1 cup of water, I'm going to put the lid on. And we're going to go with manual. Pressure is high. Time is going to be 6 minutes. We'll set up a little higher than I thought, but anyhow, going to 6 minutes. And we're going to make sure we lock the lid like always. It is. The lid's down good. We are ready to go, and it's fixing to happen. And like I said, you'll buy one of these if you love eggs. It's absolutely the best way to cook an egg, and there's no doubt. You change these times around to make soft boiled or medium, hard. Obviously, you can do a lot of things with changing the time. So, anyhow, here we go. Let you see what it's happening. See what it looks like in just a minute. Okay, I wanted to say something right quick, and as you can see, we're at 1 minute. So all we're going to do is let that go to 0, obviously, and then count back to from right here. It'll count up to 6 minutes, and then we'll release it, and then we're going to drop it in this ice water. And yeah, that's a little much ice and probably a little bit of extra water, but it's a good time to dump out my ice bucket tonight. One thing too I was going to say is I used 1 cup of water. You could raise that a little bit maybe, but it doesn't need anything but the steam. And we'll look at the water level when I pull them out. But the more water you put in it, the longer it takes to come to temperature. So it's got more water to heat. It kind of makes sense, but it took 7 minutes from the time I turned it on till the time it went to countdown, or pressured up and went to countdown. So, I mean, you can put all the water you want, but I really don't think it needs much more than a cup, maybe a cup and a half or so. But anyhow, like I said, we're going to let it count to 6, or count up to 6, and drop them in that ice water. Okay, we're at 6 minutes of natural release, and the only reason I'm showing this part is to remind everyone, keep your hands here. Don't, obviously, don't have your hand over that when you release it. Just 1 finger, push it over. There you go. Let it bleed down. And when that little red pin drops, we're going to look at some eggs. And man, that was quick. That was probably the quickest release, even after a 6-minute natural that I've had in a while. But anyhow, here we go. Here's what they look like. And you can see there's still some water in the bottom. There's still water standing. So, I mean, you could go another half cup or something. Just add a little time to what you're doing. But we're going to find my tongs and get these immediately into this ice water. But you can tell they didn't, I mean, they look perfect, obviously. I mean, they're not cracked, they're not busted, they're not like a lot. I mean, you can see there's a few hairline cracks. Whoops. There's a few hairline cracks in these eggs too. They're like any egg. And a lot of times when you're boiling them and they're banging around each other, it'll break those. You know, if you boiled eggs, like I said, this device is worth buying just for this right here. So in a minute, I'm gonna have these eggs cool down. I'll put them in that bowl. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like to shell a Instant Pot pressure cooked egg. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but it won't take just a minute. It'll just be a few minutes. I may pull them out one at a time and shell them. So we'll give it a minute. We'll keep up with the time right here so you can see about how long I leave them in there, which is going to be about 2 or 3 minutes. It's not going to be long, but anyhow, I'll come back in just a second. Okay, we're going to let it go to about 2 minutes with the ice water. Now we'll show you, the water level does get low. So I mean, a cup and a half, you know, wouldn't hurt, but it's still there. There's something for it to make the device to make steam with. So, but anyhow, here we go. We're going to see what happens. And it's going to be a little tricky to do with one hand, but I got a feeling I've never tried it one-handed. But as you can see, this is the way they are every time. It is unbelievable to me. It really is. I mean, look at that. I mean, it is, they do that every single time you get that kind of shell. They come right out. I mean, it's simple. I'm doing it one-handed, and it's nothing to it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to shell the rest of them, or maybe, you know, and I'm going to cut one where you can see it. So we'll go, I'll come back in a minute, and you can see what the yolk looks like. But anyhow, be back shortly. Okay, there they are. I mean, 11 out of 11. Every one of them, whoops, if I don't drop them, every one of them came out just like that first one. I mean, every time they do. It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing if you tried to cook them like I have all my life, and they I destroy the egg. There's no way to, I mean, there's no way to make, you know, deviled eggs or anything. So here we go. I'm going to cut one. And I mean, granted, now I'm trying to do it one-handed. You can see I could have held it and made it look a little better, but look at that. That's a 6 minute, and total we had, what was it, 7, 6, and 6. So that's 19 minutes. So 20 minutes and a perfect, and I mean perfect. You put some of that right there on it, salt, pepper, and either one of those, any hot sauce you like, and it is absolutely fantastic. Deviled eggs, you can't beat this device. It, again, is worth buying just to do deviled eggs. I mean, just to do boiled eggs. But anyhow, in the kitchen with Jelly, boiled eggs in the Instant Pot. Y'all come back to see me. Have a good day.